One thing I want to add to this video, guys, real quick, is right now I'm using just an iPhone and I don't really have the best audio quality going on, so kind of bear with me until we get a better camera. This is what we got. All right, it is 25 degrees outside in good old Indiana here. And we're going to go out back and do a cold start on the Duramax and then go check out the Jeep that I picked up here just a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. Got that one for 400 bucks, and I'll show you why. There it is. It's been sitting for about 3 days. I gotta throw this one in park. Right over here. The avalanche is gone. I don't think I've let this truck sit this long in a little while now. Anyway, go ahead and... Oh, this truck has 387,435 miles. I thought I had 380,000. We'll let those glow plugs warm up. Those warmed up really quick. All right, let's see what happens. Little puff of smoke, that's it. I love this truck, guys. This thing has been fantastic. It's been really reliable. I think it needs a belt tensioner that rattles when it's cold. I love the sound of that. I'm not really a big fan of the stack, but I love the sound of it. I mean, it sounds... Head back to the shop. Show you guys the 92 Jeep Wrangler I bought. Right back in here. Alright, it's pretty dark, pretty dirty in here right now. Got this nice Chevy Tracker here. Getting some work done to it. Don't mind the mess. Usually it's a lot cleaner than this, but it's been kind of crazy lately. These lights on. And there it is. So this is the $400 Jeep Wrangler. $400. That's not bad. So the story on this was, it was up on Facebook Marketplace, and the lady didn't really know anything about it. It was in the back of her garage where it sat for the past 3 years, and she, the title of the ad was that she had this Jeep, and it had a either a cracked head or a blown motor, something like that. And I think that turned a lot of people off to this vehicle. In fact, when I first read it, it kind of turned me off to it, but it was posted for 1,500 bucks. I'm thinking, maybe we can throw a motor in it. So, very first thing I asked her is, can you send me pictures of the frame? You know, I'm thinking if we get this Jeep and it's a solid frame, we can throw a motor in it. She sends me pictures of the frame, and instantly, well, let me show you guys what we got going on here. Yep. It's rusted out. The other side is not as bad, but it's fairly similar. And let me show you. Let's see, where's the old section of the frame? So, this front frame rail right here, this is what it used to look like. It's in pieces and parts laying on the ground here. So this right here is the new frame rail section. Don't laugh at my welds, I know they're horrible, but they do work, and that's what matters. I went and installed this new frame rail section here, and what I did is there's two types of frame rails that you can get. You can get the standard size one that's literally this right here with about 2-3 inches longer added onto it, which is this piece right here. So it just comes like this. Basically, this is what you get, this section right here, and that's it. You can get that for 186 bucks, or for $300 you can get this added piece back here, 6 inches longer, for $300. That's all you get is an extra 6 inches on there for 300 bucks. So it's a whole lot of extra money. But what I did is I opted to go for this one for 186 bucks and then add the rest on there with the steel that I had laying around in the shop here. So that didn't take very much time to fabricate that, put it all together. I still need to grind the welds down and maybe fish plate it, you know, undercoat it, paint it, whatever. But nonetheless, the frame's solid and the rest of it's solid all the way back. So the next portion that we're going to have to do is that back frame rail that you saw, and this side rear frame rail is the same scenario. You can see a little hole right there. Going inside the Jeep here, it's a 5-speed, 4-cylinder. Take a look at the interior. It's not bad. I don't know why I can't zoom out. I'll try and work on that in a minute. It's got 160,000 miles on it, and it's really not in bad shape. Gotta fix that wiring. So when I went to pick this Jeep up, obviously seeing the frame and knowing that the engine was potentially bad, we started talking about price. And I asked her, you know, what's the lowest she'd take for it. She told me $800, and I said, let me think about it. Went back into the truck, thought about it for a couple minutes, and decided, you know what, this Jeep's not worth it. So I walked back up to her, said, I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna have to pass on it. And then, you know, I start walking away. She seemed a little disappointed, you know. She's like, man, I could tell this thing had been online for a little bit. I could tell by the comments on the ad that there were multiple people that have looked at it, and they didn't want it. So as I'm walking away, I kind of turned around and I was like, are you sure it doesn't run? She said, yeah, I don't know. It's been 3 years since it's been running. I don't really know. And we started working on the price again. I said, what's the lowest you can take right now? And she goes, well, I could take 6. I went back, thought about it for a minute in the truck, came back out and said, listen, I have to pass on this unless I can get it for $400. She said, all right, you know what? You can have it for $400. I have no problem with that. I just need it gone because we're moving in 2 weeks, so this thing has to go. So I gave her the $400, didn't know what I was getting into, left. Keep in mind this was an hour drive to come and look at this Jeep, hour and 30 minutes actually. So I came back, I brought my trailer with me, and I fully intended that we were gonna have to tow this thing out of the driveway, you know, pull it up the road, load it onto the trailer. It was gonna be a huge pain in the ass, but I asked her, I said, what happened the last time you drove this thing, or, you know, ran it, started it? She said, well, the battery was dead, and that's why it wouldn't start. And I'm thinking, well, if the battery's dead, we'll throw a battery in it. So I tossed a battery in it, the thing started right up after about, I don't know, 20 seconds of cranking. It actually fired right up. I drove it down the driveway, the clutch works, drove it right on the trailer, and here it sits. So again, this is our $400 Jeep, which as of now I have about $500 into it with that front frame rail, and I'm getting ready to do these 2 back sides. Probably do an entire fuel system in this thing. This is going to be a big project, guys, because even though this engine does run, I am either going to be putting a 4.3 liter Chevy in it with a 4L60E transmission, or maybe like an NV, what is it, 35, 4500, something like that, whatever they can put in these Jeeps, whatever you can put in them. But either way, this is going to be the next big project that I'm currently going to be working on. And you know, I don't know, maybe we'll leave the 2.5 liter in it. It is a 2.5, it's not a 4 liter. But maybe we'll leave that in there and just drive it for the summer. Then next winter we'll do a swap. But this is it, guys. This is the Jeep project. Oh, you saw the sneak peek back there as well. There's a Honda Shadow 2007 I picked up for damn near for free. That's also going to be another project we're going to be working on. So it's been a long time since I've made videos and put them out on YouTube. I run into crazy stuff all the time. Power stroke diesel trucks that are, I found a rust-free Power Stroke 7.3 that was parked out in the field that we revived. I have a 90 Chevy 1500 4-wheel drive 5-speed that's been sitting since 2003. We're going to revive that one. And man, I got projects galore, so I figured maybe you guys would want to watch my my new videos and all the crazy stuff I got going on lately. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll bring more to you guys.